Hey guys, Cainebourne back with Conan Exiles. Today I wanted to talk a bit about the upcoming patch for Conan Exiles. All of this is on the test live server, nothing is live yet. I would expect most of this to hit live probably this Friday. So the first thing that they've done is upgraded the Unreal Engine from 4.12 to 4.15. This is apparent mostly with just some of the coloring and shadows and textures on some of these items. You may not be able to tell the difference. The biggest change to me is like later in the day where there's shadows cast. Some of these wood planks look really cool. They have some different coloring, texturing, and there's a lot more noticeable shadows. So I think it's very cool. Not a major thing, but definitely something I wanted to bring up. Next would be this little white reticle in the center of the screen. You can toggle it off for realism purposes, but it is really handy for pressing all of these new little switches that are very small and hard to interact with. I struggled quite a bit on just finding the sweet spot when they first added these elevators to get them moving. So this is sort of a welcomed addition. Next, I'm going to load myself up here on this vertical elevator, go for a nice ride. And while that is happening, I want to show you what's happened to the map. They've added some nice coloring and texturing, but you're also able to interact with the map, and you can mark off where maybe some of your enemies are. If they were in this specific point, you can add a unique marker and just name them the jerks or whatever, and go ahead and pop that there. So that's going to be very useful to be able to keep track of where people are. But the next thing I want to show you is really cool, if I can somehow dodge this darn tree that always grows in front of my elevator. And this is the climbing system. It's finally been added. You basically hit spacebar to jump and then hold spacebar and you're climbing. And this is made for some pretty fun and interesting hijinks. Now something I'm going to show you here with the climbing system in a little bit is what happens if you run out of stamina, because that can be very bad. So we're going to keep scaling this like we're Spider-Man. And again, you simply just jump and then hold spacebar. It will burn through stamina, and if you're wearing heavy armor, it will burn through stamina much, much quicker. When you do run out of stamina now, and this point, you get this nice visual haze artifacting that looks really cool. You also fall to your death horribly. But I just wanted you to kind of see that whole climbing system in all its glory. So far from what I've tested, there ain't a whole lot of things that you cannot climb. So I'm definitely impressed with that. I mean, although I took the elevator up here, you can actually climb buildings. And this is tier 3. And I'm actually climbing right on these spikes. I think they're going to have to work on that a little bit, because you'd think you'd want some sort of defense system to keep people just from climbing into everything. But it's certainly going to add a different element to the game. It's going to be interesting to kind of see what happens with that. So in addition to this, locations can be marked on your map, I already mentioned, but as you get to these new locations, they're going to pop up and you get like exploration EXP. And so that's interesting to kind of make the world, you know, more like an MMO where you're kind of exploring and being rewarded for doing so. The visual haziness when your stamina is depleted, I want to show you guys that again. Some minor little changes. Stacking size for raw meat has been increased. Shields lose durability when they're hit by arrows. Explosive jars can be crafted at lower levels, and they've also adjusted the EXP curve. So let's run ourselves out of stamina real quick again, so you can just see that stamina effect a little bit more effectively. So all of these things are mildly interesting. Is this absolutely incredible? Does this mean you have to choose now to come back to Conan Exiles if you haven't been playing? Probably not, but anytime they're doing some nice updates to the game, you know, it's going to bring some people back, and the game is getting closer to completion. So I would be looking forward to playing a lot more of this game myself as well if they make some more changes. So here's that visual haziness that kind of goes on to let you know you're out of stamina. So anyways, that should be it for the update, guys. You know, the more they add to Conan, the more I'll be playing. I got to admit, I'm not actually physically playing a whole lot. I'm just kind of keeping track of the development and the updates, and I'm very hopeful and positive for the future. Thank you guys for checking out this incredibly brief video, and hopefully you're looking forward to this update. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.